speaking of feeling fucked up, you have the President of the United States who is talking on Fox News. And he's got some interesting stuff to say. For whatever reason, the White House is just not letting anyone know about the president's coronavirus diagnosis timeline. Now, we know that the president purposefully arrived late at the debate to avoid having to be tested and just said, "Don't worry, man, I got this," and was actually trusted on the honor system. Chris Wallace said that on Fox News about a week ago now. So we know, we don't know. We don't know. We know very little about what Donald Trump's personal coronavirus timeline is like. Could he have been diagnosed a week before he went to the hospital, right, and didn't say anything until he became symptomatic? Maybe. It's really weird that he claimed to have tested positive and then went to the hospital and is having trouble breathing immediately. It almost seems like it's a cover-up. So here he's on with Sean Hannity, and he says some interesting stuff.
Since your campaign and your doctor, Sean Connolly, put out that you'll be medically safe and cleared for safe return to public engagements by Saturday, 5 full days. Have you been tested recently?
Maybe. I just saw the doctors today. They think I'm in great shape. I'm in great shape.
Did you test negative?
And I'll tell you, I took this Regeneron. It's phenomenal. And Eli Lilly has something very comparable.
Let me just tell you. Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't be afraid. Don't let it dominate your life. It's not that scary. We have the best medical care in the history of medical care. Now, I know that I've got socialized medicine, and I get it all for free, and I know that most of you don't have health insurance, but that's okay. Don't let it dominate your lives. Go out there, work, make me money, so that I can pay only $750 in taxes and get the best, believe me, the best, tremendous socialized medicine. Tremendous, believe me. I don't know when I last tested negative. I don't know, maybe I've been positive my whole time. I try to live positive. I try to breathe positivity. I'm a very positive person, Sean. Jesus Christ.
Phenomenal. And it's a whole new day. It's a whole, and if you go back a few months, nobody ever even thought about this stuff. We came up with it.
Now, I just want to say what he's talking about. Apparently, he was actually utilizing some sort of experimental treatment that takes stem cells from aborted fetuses. Now, look this up for me. Someone look this up for me. I'm, in fact, going to fact check myself. I'm going to fact check myself on this program because that's what I do. So, fact check Trump's, this is on USA Today. Fact check Trump's antibody therapy not made from fetal stem cells, but fetal-derived cells used during testing. I don't know what the distinction is. So yeah, this is Regeneron's antibody cocktail. I'm trying to look at this. I don't want to read a whole article live on a broadcast here. But yeah, I'm just going to play the rest of this and then I'll read.
We came up with it, and I'm going to have it delivered to every hospital. We have sick people with the COVID, or the China virus as we call it, and we're going to make people better.
The China virus, as they call it. I don't know who calls it that. I think it's just me who calls it that, but that's what they call it. The China virus. Who is they? Is 4chan they, Mr. President? Is that who they is?
Better. I went in. I could have left a day later. I'm telling you, Sean, it was incredible. So that's Regeneron. But again, Eli
tested since.
All right. So it seems that according on this fact check, the therapy that he used was not directly made from aborted fetuses, but was made from embryonic stem cells of some kind. Very interesting, nonetheless. So again, we don't know all the details on that one. Very interesting. But this is more of the interview, and it gets more and more bizarre as this interview goes on. Now, apparently, according to reports, I also read that Donald Trump is supposed to be hosting the Rush Limbaugh show today. So we'll see how that goes. Someone feel free to fact check me again. I'm getting fact checked on this program. That way, the right-wingers that are potentially watching this video, the MAGA people, they know I'm a real person. I got fact-checked. I got proved wrong. They're not from aborted fetuses. But they could be derived from the process of aborting fetuses. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff going on. Trump's on some mystery juice. He's on some Hogwarts ass shit.
Remdesivir, but that's a little bit different, works much differently, actually. But these things are absolutely incredible. I think
these things. I don't know what things we're even talking about. I have a run-on sentence. It ran on way too long. But these things, they say, these things, the tremendous things. Believe me, the tremendous.
I'm going to try doing a rally on Saturday night if we have enough time.
That's tomorrow night for those of you that are watching this live and watching it today. Saturday night, I can't wait. This, again, if you don't know my perspective on this election, if you don't know my perspective on all of this, I am poisoned by satire. I am poisoned by irony. I am poisoned by all of this shit. To me, it's just a clown show. Now, I would prefer that Joe Biden win, right? But that's not that much of a strong preference. I don't like Joe Biden, right? So we are on the same page there, hopefully. But for me, I just watch all this unfold, and I just can't help but just think about how bizarre and obtuse and it's just distracting and annoying it is. Like the President of the United States is tripping on pain pills in the White House, right? And getting fucking stem cells being injected into his fat fucking asshole, right? It's absurd. It's absurd, and it's just... This is history in the making, and I can't wait to tell my grandkids, because I'm going to have some stem cells going on pretty soon here, and I'm going to live to 300. So I'm going to tell my grandkids about when Donald Trump was tripping on pain pills in the fucking White House.
To put it together, but we want to do a rally in Florida, probably in Florida on Saturday night. Might come back and do one in Pennsylvania in the following night, and it's incredible what's going on. I feel so good.
Have you had a test since your diagnosis a week ago?
Look at Sean Hannity do the glasses thing. It's like, oh, look at me. I'm such a serious broadcaster. Oh, yes. Oh, I got it in my mouth a little bit, but I'm just being a cheeky broadcaster. Oh, what is that, Sean Hannity? What are you doing? What is that? What are you, a detective? Are you a fucking... What are you doing? What is this? What is going on here?
What we're doing is probably the test will be tomorrow, the actual test, because there's no reason to test all the time, but...
The test will be tomorrow. The actual test. Not the fake test that they gave me. Like the one with the elephant and the camel. Not that kind of fake test, but I'm talking about an actual test. A real test. And believe me, I'm going to be tremendous at this test. I will be going in very positive or very negative depending on what the test is testing. But it will be an actual test. Not a fake test. Believe me, a tremendous test.
They found very little infection or virus, if any. I don't know that they found any. I didn't go into it. They found very little virus. We have these great doctors at Walter Reed, and you do rely on them. They're really fantastic talents, and they came in from Johns Hopkins.
They're really fantastic talents. Now, I know that they're government-run socialized medicine, but that's not important right now. We have the best medical care in the world. Believe me. Now, again, reminder, Donald Trump is going out there saying Joe Biden is going to socialize medicine and it's going to kill people, right? Meanwhile, he gets treatment from socialized healthcare. Really makes you think.
Also, and other places. When you're president, there was so many doctors looking over me. I think I'm the most analyzed human being in the world right now.
I think I'm the most analyzed human in the world.
At, not only Walter Reed, which is incredible with the job they do, but also Johns Hopkins and other hospitals. And I think they're amazed at how quickly this went, frankly.
Let me ask you
Now, here's the thing. The only way he can actually have this kind of recovery, right, is if he was diagnosed a week before and was getting secret treatment until push came to shove. There's no way he tested positive, had a giant fucking near-death experience, and then came back and is completely recovered, unless that they're keeping some sort of vaccination, unless that there's a giant secret coming out of this White House in the next couple of days, which I'm not entirely convinced of. Either that, he didn't have it to begin with, which I'm not convinced of either, considering the labored breathing clips and the fact that he can't hide his coughing in this clip, right? There's a lot going on. in Donald's mind right
They
now.
oscillated my mics when I had the one debate. We had three
They
debates with
oscillated my
Hillary.
mics. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about 2016 again. Yeah, 2016 when I went up against Hillary Clinton, that monster, and they were oscillating my mics. They would turn them off. They would turn them off and on. They would oscillate them. I don't even know what oscillate means. I think that's a button on a fan, but they oscillated my mic. They wouldn't let me speak. They just kept oscillating it. How does a mic oscillate? What?
Oh, and I think the problem, they oscillated my mics when
They
I had the one
oscillated my
debate.
mic.
We had three debates with Hillary.
Is the mic spinning around? Like, is the mic going like this? Like, what does that mean? They oscillated my mic. They just oscillated it. It was a tremendous mic until they oscillated it.
The first debate, they...
Oh, shit, he's dying.
Yeah,
Excuse me. On the first debate, they oscillated the mic. And they
oscillated
oscillated it very, very seriously.
They
And
oscillated
they
it
apologized
very
to me.
seriously. A very serious oscillation. It was the most serious and it was a tremendous oscillation, except for they oscillated my mic. I think they meant to oscillate Hillary's mic, that woman, the monster, Hillary Clinton, but they oscillated my mic. It was a tremendous oscillation, but tremendous is not the right word here. It's an oscillation. They oscillated my mic, and they were turning it off. It was beeping. It was booping. And I don't know. There was a lot of things going on with that microphone. 2016, everybody. 2016. Happened once, it'll happen again. They oscillated my mic then, they'll oscillate it now. Unbelievable.
in
And I said,
2016.
what's this all about? They were Clinton people.
Yeah.
And I said, we ought to just do the debates ourselves, John. We ought.
Listen to Sean Hannity's question.
Yeah.
And I said, we ought to just. And I said, what's
2016.
this all about? They were Clinton. And they actually apologized to me.
in
And I said,
2016.
what's this all about?
Okay, so he's just like, yeah, in 2016, right? Like the president's off on this fucking like he's like telling some sort of story right now. He's spinning a yarn, like telling a bedtime story or something, right? And then like Sean Hannity's like, yeah, this is in 2016, right? You're just reminiscing about the good old, like, what is happening right now? I thought we're like like
They were
what?
Clinton people.
They're oscillating the
Yeah.
And
mic.
I said, we ought to just do the debates ourselves, John. We ought to just do it ourselves. And I pick, I'm the president, so if we want to have debates, I'd rather just do it ourselves. Pick some good anchor.
You
What?
picked some good anchor. I got a bunch of good anchors I could think of. Let me name a
Joe
few.
Biden to such a debate to do that. So I guess you have the ability to challenge Joe Biden to such a debate. Are you doing that tonight?
Well, I might. I'll do it right through your show. Let's go, Joe. Let's get a fair anchor. Somebody like the great Sean Hannity. We'll get
Let's
right.
go, Joe. Let's get a Fox News anchor. I know Chris Wallace wasn't good enough. He's kind of. Why is he even on Fox these days? We should get a One America News anchor. I think they're really great. Oh, we should have a Proud Boy up there. Let's just have I don't like. It's just like what?
Oh yeah.
We'll get Mark.
That'll
We'll get
happen.
Laura.
And then Sean Hannity is like Sean Hannity's having like this fucking like masturbatory fantasy. Listen to him. It's like, oh, the president said my name. Oh, president. Oh my God, I'm blushing. Oh, Donald. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh, like listen to Sean Hannity right now. He's like literally coming in his pants.
Do it right through your show. Let's go, Joe. Let's have a
Let's
fair.
go, Joe.
Let's get a fair anchor. Somebody like the great Sean Hannity. We'll get Rush.
Oh yeah.
We'll get Mark.
That'll
We'll get
happen.
Laura. We'll get Judge Janine.
That's
We'll
gonna
get,
happen.
We got a lot of them out there, right?
We got a lot of them.
We'll get Jesse or Pete. We got lot of them. Tucker is doing good. You look.
You're going to
this
get
is a
me
disgrace.
killed on all the Fox talk. Let me ask you.
This is no. But this is a disgrace. What's going on? So now I find out the guy that's doing it from C-SPAN is a never Trumper, but I don't mind that. Look at the people I've had in the past, and I've always won
They're
the
never
debate.
Trumpers, folks. All right, enough with this interview. I'm sorry. I just have too much fun. Like, just making fun of Donald Trump's, like, stupidity is just so fun to me. They're never Trumpers. Now, they might oscillate my microphone. I don't know why I'm against a virtual Zoom debate. That way I can control my mic. If my mic is moving, it's one of my guys, and I know who it is. But I prefer my mic to stay stationary. I don't want my mic to oscillate. I'm still trying to figure out oscillating the mic. I'm still really trying to figure out what the hell that means. But holy shit, that's hilarious. Anyway, I don't know what the point of this little segment was, but Trump's not having a good time. He's literally tripping balls going on Fox News. and Sean Hannity's like creaming his pants. He's like masturbating on broadcast. This is really embarrassing for Fox News. This is definitely. I didn't think that they could get this far, but they definitely they fell down. They fell down quite a bit, I must say. So, what a shame.